A beautiful morning to you out there, esteemed listeners. You are very much welcome to Carnival Radio Breakfast Show. This beautiful Thursday morning. My name is Ibrahim Adebayo, and this is Newspaper Review on Carnival Radio, your enjoyment unlimited station. We begin the newspaper review with the headlines in the newspaper. Port Harcourt refinery marketers threaten boycott as NMPCL juggles petrol price. Terrorism. Finnish court sets May 2025 deadline for EPAN trial. Tax reform bills. Nigerians earning below 1 million naira annually exempted from income tax. Why I relocated Osun Airport, says Governor Adeleke. Army will collaborate with Nigerian community on infrastructure development, says Acting Chief of Army Staff. Now the news in detail. Army will collaborate with Nigerian's community on infrastructure development, says Chief of Army Staff. The Acting Chief of Army Staff, Olufemi Oluyede, has confirmed the Nigerian Army commitment to collaborate with community across 6 geopolitical zones of the country to promote infrastructural development and support areas of needs. Oluyede spoke yesterday during the commissioning of the remodeled Olugbo Premise Health Care Center and the staff quarters in Olugbo, Odeda local government area of Oyo State. He explained further that the scheme introduced to provide support to community by serving senior officers is a way of giving back to the society. Oluyede, who was represented by Major General Baba Umaru Yaya, emphasized the project's goal is to support government efforts and those of other well-meaning individuals. The project, under the Chief of Army Staff Special Intervention Civil Military Corporation, was executed by the Commandant Corps of the Supply and Transportation Major General Adekunle Adeyinka. In his welcome address, Major General Adekunle Adeyinka disclosed that the restored facilities will effectively provide healthcare services to over 62 communities and more than 8,000 persons. Newsmen gathered that pregnant women and children travel over 40 kilometers to receive medical attention at the nearest government health facilities. Adeyinka appealed to the state's Ministry of Health to increase the center workforce by adding a doctors, 2 midwives, and 2 pharmacists, 2 laboratory technicians, and health attendants to optimize the delivery of healthcare services to the community. In this remark, the State House of Assembly Speaker Oludaisi Elemide, while praising Major General Adeyinka for not denying his local government but giving back to the community, lamented that many people shy away and deny being a member of the local government. In a similar vein, the chairman of the local government, Folashade Adeyemo, stressed that access to quality health is not a necessity but a right, adding that the facility is a significant step towards providing affordable health care to all. For more details on the news, you can visit the Daily Post newspaper. Nigerian Army will collaborate with Nigerian communities on infrastructure development, says Chief of Army Staff. Tax panel to defend bill at the Senate debate today. The Senate will debate the tax reform bill today, Thursday, and may subsequently pass it for a second reading. This came to the fore yesterday when the Deputy Senate President Jibri Barau, who presided over the plenary, hinted that the bill will likely be passed today. The Senate leader Bamidele Okoyemi stated that the bill will be debated at the plenary today. His comments follow a dazzling presentation by the chairman of the Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reform, Taiwo Oyedele, alongside the chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Service, Sekios Adedeji, Director General of the Budget Office, Taminu Yakubu, were allowed into the plenary to explain the tax reform bills in details to lawmakers. President Bola Tinubu earlier in October forwarded 4 tax reform bills to the National Assembly. Following the presentation of the bill, controversies at various levels had greeted the bills, including governors telling lawmakers not to pass the bills. However, yesterday the presentation, which highlighted key aspects of the reform, garnered significant attention among the senators. Oyedele's comprehensive explanation of the reforms embedded in 4 bills currently before the Senate left a strong impression on many lawmakers. Oyedele, whose committee came up with the reform bills, said the reform was not planned to tax poverty but prosperity, and most importantly to correct lopsided tax gain derivation. For more details on the news, you can visit the Punch newspaper. Tax panel to defend bill at the Senate debate today. Port Harcourt Refinery marketers threaten boycotts as NNPC juggles petrol prices. Oil marketers have outlined the condition that will make them patronize the newly rehabilitated Port Harcourt Refinery Company in Rivers State. Port Harcourt Refinery, under the management of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, must dispense its refined products below the price of the Dangote Petroleum Refinery, the dealer stated. But NNPC, in a reaction to claims yesterday that its petrol price was about 1,045 naira per litre, stated that the refinery had yet to release its price as products from the plants were currently dispensed to only NNPC station. The oil firm spokesperson Olufemi Soneye revealed that the company was still reviewing its prices and had yet to comment. Bulk sales at its purchasing portal remained closed. Meanwhile, it was gathered yesterday that oil marketers imported 105 million litres of petrol into the country in 5 days. Marketers confirmed that NNPC was selling petrol at 1,045 per litre, stressing that they may be compelled to opt for petrol importation as a means of meeting local demand. Newsmail exclusively gathered that the total sum of 78,800 metric tons, representing 105 million litres of petrol, was imported into the country the last 5 days, spanning November 23 to November 28. On Tuesday, the 60,000 Port Harcourt refinery resumed operation after years of inactivities, drawing initial praises from Nigerians and industrial stakeholders. NNPC said the newly rehabilitated complex of the old Port Harcourt refinery, which has been revamped and upgraded with modern equipment, is operating at a refining capacity of 70% of its installed capacity. NNPC added that the diesel and the poor fuel oil will be the highest output from the refinery, with a daily capacity of 1.5 million litres and 2.2 million litres respectively. This is followed by a daily output of straight-run gasoline blended into 1.4 million litres of premium motor spirits and kerosene and low poor fuel of 2.1 million. For more details on the news, you can visit the Punch newspaper. Port Harcourt Refinery marketers threaten boycott as NNPCL juggles petrol price. Terrorism. Finnish court sets May 25 deadline for Epan trial. Pro-Biafra agitator Simeon Epan was represented in Finland for alleged terrorism-related activities is scheduled to face charges in May 2025 potentially, according to Finnish authority. A senior detective superintendent at Finland National Bureau of Investigation, Mikko Lazzoni, confirmed to newsmen via email on Tuesday that the district courts had set May 2025 as the deadline for the prosecution to present possible charges against Epan. The Finnish government had last week announced the arrest of Simeon along with 4 others on the suspicion of terror-related activities, including inciting to violence and terrorism financing. Finnish police confirmed that Epan, described as self-proclaimed Prime Minister of the Biafran Republic government in exile, allegedly used social media to promote violence in the south East region, targeting civilians and authority. According to the local publication, Epan was remanded in custody by Paijan Army District Court on charges of public incitement to commit a crime with terrorist intent. The publication reported that the Finnish Central Crime Police confirmed the arrest in a statement last Thursday, noting that the other suspects were apprehended for allegedly financing terrorist activities. Giving an update on the case, the response to inquiry, Detective Lakosnin noted that the investigation was ongoing and no further details could be disclosed. For more details on the news, you can visit the Punch newspaper. Terrorism. Finnish court sets May 2025 deadline for Simeon Epan trial. Why I relocated Osun Airport, says Governor Adeleke. Governor Ademola Adeleke-led administration in Osun State has disclosed that technical issue, especially inadequate runways, forced it to relocate the state airport project to Akodaide. Resident and indigene of Ido Osun in Egbedore local government area of Osun State had on Tuesday protested the governor's decision to relocate the airport from the town to Ede Adeleke hometown. Justifying the relocation decision, a member of the airport project technical committee, Lai Oriowo, said the decision was based on both viability and technicality rather than politics. In his word, the total area of the site was approximately estimated to be 3,871,806 square meter. The existing runway, which is 1.6 kilometer, did not meet the required standard. The minimum runway for a standard airport is 4.8 kilometer. The runway length required for Class 4E aircraft is 3,600 multiplied by 45 meter, an additional minimum distance of 750 meter. He, however, disclosed that the existing airports at Ido Osun, which is now under the control of the Air Force, will serve both as training school and alternate airports, in line with existing memorandum of understanding between the state government and Air Force. Despite the clarification by the government, the chairman of the Allied People Movement (APM) in the states, Adewale Adebayo, described the decision of the governor to relocate the airport to his hometown as undemocratic. He said, this is a pure nepotism and anti-democracy. He is governing the states as if he is the governor of Ede, not Osun State. Most of the initiative of his government are concentrated in Ede, as if other community did not vote for him. End of quote. For more details on the news, you can visit the Vanguard newspaper. Why I relocated Oshun Airport, says Governor Adeleke. Before we bring the newspaper review to a close, these are the headlines again. Port Harcourt Refinery. Marketers threaten boycotts as NNPCL juggles petrol price. Terrorism. Finnish court sets May 2025 deadline for Simeon Epan trial. Tax reform bill. Nigerians earning below 1 million naira exempted from income tax. Why I relocated Osun Airport, says Governor Adeleke. Army will collaborate with the Nigerian communities on infrastructure development, says Chief of Army Staff. And that ends the Carnival Radio newspaper review. Thank you so much for listening. I am Ibrahim Adebayo. You can listen to us live via www.carnivalmedia.ng. You can as well download the Carnival Media app from the Google Play Store and iOS App Store. Do enjoy the rest. Have your morning. Bye.